All right, welcome back to another Living Connected for 11 plus minutes.
They're never 11 minutes.
They're usually like 25. So we're going to keep calling it that, though, because we're trying. But
yeah,
it's hard to get it all out, you know? Anyway, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about like my first big story of connection with my daughter after she passed away. And that's basically what this whole video is going to be about. And so if you want to hear more about that, stay tuned and check this out. So this is my first story of connection with my daughter Kenadie after she passed. She was 10 years old and she passed away in January. Every October I do an annual hunting trip with my dad and we go over to our family cabin and we spend the week there just getting up in the mountains and hiking around, and it's my most peaceful place probably on the planet, and it's something I look forward to every year, and it's the place I definitely feel the most connected just to everything when I'm there. And so this was short, not very long after we lost her, and it was the first trip over there for me afterwards, and I was really it's emotional for me to talk about it still. I wanted to go because it's such a special place for me, but I knew it was going to be hard and I was kind of dreading going. So it was really, I was like this close to not going that year because I just didn't think I could do it.
It was Kenadie's favorite place, too. Disneyland was a close second, but our cabin, his family's cabin, our family cabin, was her favorite place on the planet.
Yeah. So anyway, I knew I was going to be driving over there alone and meeting my dad there and stuff, and I knew it was probably going to be one of the hardest things I would have to do afterwards. But I knew I had to go because if I didn't, I may never go back there ever again, because that thought had honestly crossed my mind. How am I ever going to go back to that place again? I just don't know if I can do it, I knew I had to go, so I packed up my stuff, and it's about a 6-hour drive from where we live. So it's tons of time to think, and the whole way I didn't know how it was going to go. And I just got to do it. And it's like I said, I was by myself driving. And I got there and I pulled in to the driveway and it was okay, I'm here. I had made it. And it was super hard because the last time I had been there, she was with me. I could feel her as soon as I pulled in, and I knew at that point in time, I knew she was still with me. I hadn't really had any concrete experiences where I totally was able to see her. I could feel her at times off and on. And I definitely felt her when I got there. It's everywhere I looked, I could see the things that she used to do and places she used to be. So I was happy I was there, even though it was hard and I was really sad. I was really happy to be there, and I knew she was there with me. So I was all right, I did it. I'm here. I unloaded my stuff. I can't remember which day of the week it was, but things were happening off and on the whole time I was there. And it was I could feel that she was right with me and that she was so excited that I was there, that I was able to power through and go, because I know it would have really bothered her if I had never gone again, because she said it was one of her favorite places on the planet. There was many things that happened, but I'm going to focus on the most powerful one. And it was this one late afternoon. I decided to go to this place by myself, and when I'm over there, I usually ride my motorcycle around because it's easy to get around on all the dirt roads and you can get places quickly, and plus I just like to ride motorcycles, so it's a double whammy thing for me to do, be able to ride motorcycles and get up in the mountains and do what I love and spend time with my dad. So I went to this place, and it was this ridge that I always wanted to hike up, and I had never done it before. And I thought, I'm just going to do that today. That's where I'm going to go. And it was in the afternoon, so I rode to the top of this dirt road, miles up in there. And I parked, and I just hiked up this ridge. And you go up the ridge, and it's super steep, rocky, really open. And I just went up right up the top of the ridge. And I went up there and I sat for a while, and it started to get kind of late, and it was just like, it felt super peaceful and super connected. And I was just really happy I was there. And you can look out and you can just see for miles and miles and miles. And I could see the sun was setting, and it was starting to get to the golden hour time of night. And I thought, I've got a long ways to go to get back down here, and I got to ride all the way out of here. I should probably get going. So I turned around and I went back down the trail that I came up. And I was talking to her before I left, and I just got this feeling that she was like right there. Like I could, like almost like I was walking with her, just like we used to, like you normally would with anybody. Like she was walking right in front of me, and I was talking to her the whole time, and it was like the sunset and the light just all turned pink, like all over everything. I was going along, and every so often I would like say something out loud to her because I just knew she was right there with me. And there's this one spot where you're going through like these trees, and there's these like little pine trees, and then there was these tamarack trees that were bright yellow, and you have to like weave through them on top of the ridge, like kind of on this deer trail basically. There's small trees, and I like looked ahead of me, and I could like see her walking, like running through the trees in front of me, like so excited and so happy. And it wasn't like anything I had ever seen or experienced before. I hadn't seen her like that since she had passed away, so it was just like, oh my gosh, there she is. And I could like hear her laugh. And so I just went all the way down the ridge, and it was like such a validation to me that she was still with me. And I got to my motorcycle, and I'm like, all right, like talking like a crazy person, I'm by myself. There's nobody for miles around or whatever. And I was like, all right, Kenadie, you ready to go? You're going to ride with me on my bike? And so I got on my bike, and I took off, and I started heading down. And by this point it was getting pretty dark. I could just feel her energy and her excitement. Like she says when she does like her mediumship stuff, when you feel that energy, I could just feel her laughing and having fun, and it made me laugh and have fun. And I was just talking to her the whole time down the mountain, and I got out on the main road, and at that time it was completely dark, and I rode up the paved road up to where our cabin's at, and I could just feel her with me and laughing, and it was like the most crazy, magical thing I probably ever to this day have experienced. And it was like a life-changing moment for me because it made it so real that she was still there, and that if I just really get in a place where I feel grounded and connected and peaceful, like she's right there. Since then, I haven't been able to get to that exact place ever again. I've been close times, and there's been times where I've felt her with me, but nothing like that. That's what living connected is all about, and that's why we think it's so important, like how it can be such a life-changing thing, because that like pulled me out of a really dark time. Obviously it's back and forth when you lose a kid like that, but a huge moment for me, and here I am like crying about it on a video, 8 years later. So it's like been super impactful, and it's super special, and it means a lot. So I just wanted to share it to like give you guys out there hope, and that it's possible, and that you can do it too. So sorry for bawling my eyes out on video, but I just want you guys to know it's possible. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are hurting like we have been, and that we really were at that time. And so that's kind of what this is all about. Anything to add? I don't know. It's pretty much the story.
I don't want to add anything to it.
So anyway, that's my story, and I appreciate you guys listening, and thanks for following along to our channel. And I promise not all of our videos will be us crying on here, and I hope it's uplifting and not depressing. So
for sure. I mean, I guess the only thing that I want to add is that I would have wanted to watch this video. I would have been thankful for someone to share this story back when I needed to know that Kenadie still existed.
And that's why I want to share it, even though it's kind of embarrassing to get on here and bawl and stuff, but just like want you guys to know that it's possible, and that your loved ones are there. And if you put in some time and some work and do some things, that you can have experiences like that too. And like I said, this doesn't happen to me every day, but it happened one time like that, and that is huge for me. And I just live more connected on my daily life, just in general, and that was a huge part of me believing that it's possible. And like I said, there have been times where I've got close to that, but this was so real and so like undeniable. It was just like I got another moment with her, or another hour with her. Wasn't exactly the same, but it was like not too far off, you know.
You said
just,
you could feel her arms around your neck.
Yeah, just how
she
happy
was on that motorcycle.
She felt, and how happy it made me feel. So
yeah, it was like she let you walk with her in heaven.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I felt like I told you. I felt like I went to a different place. It was like
different dimension or something. Like it was just like, I don't know. I'll post the pictures because I think the pictures look as magical as it felt, you know, from that day. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the story, and thanks for being here. And subscribe to our channel. We'll have more stuff like this, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok even. We have a website at 411together.com where we have a community where people can join, and we offer all kinds of things in there that people can try out. Meditations, we have mediums come in, guests, energy healings, card readings, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested, go check it out. Yeah, it's everything that we wished we could have found when we were on our journey. So back then, when you had that experience, we needed, like, what do you do with that? Or what do you do next? How do you keep going? It was like we would have a big moment like that and then nothing for a long time. And that was hard. Mm-hmm. It was really hard to not understand how to live connected on a daily basis. Yeah, it's hard to know where to start. And it's completely overwhelming when you're feeling like you don't have the energy to even get out of bed. Yeah. So how do you like work on that other stuff? So that's why we made what we made. And that's the whole purpose, is to try to like get people to realize that it's possible, or give them an easy place to go where they can try different things. And it's not overwhelming. Like for us, we were starting from scratch. What do we do? Where do we go? Like it was years and years of trying different things. It's hard. It felt really hard. And now looking back, it didn't have to be like that. And I think that was meant to be our journey so that we could help it not be yours. And so, you know, what we needed, what we craved, and what we wished we could have found, we have created. And one thing, I wish that someone that was just a little further down the path, the connection path, I guess, could have held my hand during that time and helped me see what the next step for me could have been, because everybody's connection journey is different. But if someone had just said, I'm here now, I'm living connected, and I tried all of these things and they all helped me, then I could have kind of tuned in and gone, well, what feels right to me? Mm-hmm. What's my next step? And just to have someone that could mentor me through that would have been really helpful. I felt really alone for years. Mm-hmm. You and I mean, it was just Shane and I trying to figure it out. And, you know, we both were learning things differently and grieving differently. So even though we were together, there were times where I felt really alone. Mm-hmm. And I think there were times where you felt really alone. Yeah, because it couldn't just be, some days I was up here, like having a decent day, and he was way down here, and then it would just kind of alternate. So, you know, having a community around us where everybody's experiencing different parts and different paths and different energies, and I think that it just would have helped us so much. Mm-hmm. And so, anyways, that's why we did it, and I really think that, you know, Kenadie placed this in our heart, and Kenadie is the one walking right beside us and helping us with all of this. And so, yeah, it's just out there for anybody that is in the same spot as us, not necessarily even from grief. Mm-hmm. You can be it was a really dark time in our lives, but everybody has dark times and tough times in their lives. And it doesn't have to be from loss of a loved one, but it can be. And so, anyways, all of the stuff inside the community is available for anybody that wants to try it. We tried to keep it super accessible. We had to hire a team to build it. Like, we don't know how to do any of this stuff. We're just like such average Joe people. And so, we just wanted to make it as accessible as we could. So it's $4.11 a month. And we're hoping that that's going to cover the cost of it because we just want it to be available to everybody that wants to try. Mm-hmm. And this stuff should just be out there for everyone.
All right. Well, we're way past our 11 minutes as usual, but that's how it goes.
Always.
And, I'll never be able to tell that story without crying probably. So it is what it is. It doesn't mean that I'm not happy because I am, and I'm really happy I had that experience. But the tears are almost like joyful tears along with sad tears that she's not still here. But so anyway, that's about it for this one, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for being here,
All
guys.
right. Thank you.